Hello, my name is Brian, and these are my girlfriend and my sister and my mom who are going to be my audience members today. So y'all can go ahead and have a seat, and they'll come back up after the speech. Alright, on this instructional video, I'll teach you how to change the brakes. So anybody who watches this will be experts afterwards. The first thing you need to do is buy brake pads and grease. That's kind of the only things you need as far as what you have to buy and can't keep. For tools, you'll need ratchet and socket sets. You'll need wheel chocks, a tire iron, and a jack lift, a cheater bar just in case the nut gets too rusty or stuck. Safety goggles, a clamp, a C-clamp, and I'll talk about that later. What you need to wear is clothes that can get dirty, closed-toed shoes, safety goggles, gloves, and no jewelry. So once you have that, you're ready to go. First thing you need to do is to chock the wheels to make sure that the car doesn't move in any way, and then put the emergency brake on, and then you lift up the car with the jack. And you never use a scissor jack. If you don't have a jack stand, then you need to make sure you're using a good jack, because if not, what most cars come with is a scissor jack, and if you use that, they call them suicide jacks. They fail all the time, and if you don't have it properly secured, your car will fall on you or on your legs, or you'll have a close call. So it's generally best to use jack stands, but you don't always have them. But if you have a good jack lift, and you'll be fine. What you want to do first is to loosen the bolts before you lift the car, and then lift the car up, and then finish taking them off. Once you take the tire off, you want to put it on the front of the car just in case anything does fail. Your car will land on the tire, not on your legs. The next thing you want to do is to once you have the car lifted, is to push the car and make sure it's secure. If you can push it, you should be able to push it without it falling. You should be able just to really put all your weight into it, and it shouldn't go anywhere if you have it lifted at the right spot. After you remove the nuts in the tire, you need to loosen the bolts on the brake caliper, which sometimes can be hard to do. If you need to, you can turn the wheel, and then if the nuts are stuck, you can get the cheater bar and stick it through the socket and get more leverage to break the rust on it. Once that happens, you take off the brake caliper, and then you will take off your old brake, and your brake caliper has these pistons, it could be 2 or 3. And what you do is you take the brake, and then you set it on the pistons, and then you take the C-clamp, and you clamp it down where the pistons go down so you can get it back onto the rotor after you once you put the new brakes on. If you don't do that, you'll never be able to get the brake caliper back on. The next thing you want to do is to set the brake caliper onto the axle, because your brake lines are still connected in, and if you drop it, if you kink it or any way, the brakes can go out and it can cause a pretty bad accident. After that, you want to take the rest of the old brakes out and the old clips, put in the new clips that come with the brakes, and then take this gel, grease, lube kind of thing, and put it all over the brake rotor, so you won't hear a screeching noise in the very beginning of the brake's life. Then you take the C-clamp off. The pistons should stay down and compressed. Then you put the brake caliper back onto the brakes, and then you put the bolts back on, make sure they're tightened. And then you make sure the wheel's straight, put the tire back on straight, time it until it's taut, and then release the jack, let it fall back down, and then tighten it once again when it's on the ground. And after that, you start the car, and then you start to pump the brakes, and make sure that the brakes get to flowing, the pistons extend back out into the brake. And then I think that's about it. So now you know how to change your brakes. It's really not that hard. It'll only cost you $40 in brake supplies as opposed to $200 in work. So that's it. You guys can come back up here and say bye. All right. Thank you for watching.